No Man's Sky? No Man's Sky? Excuse me, it's 2016, why not No Woman's Sky? That's right folks, the much anticipated universe exploration game that we've all been expecting for years now is finally out. No Man's Sky, a game that I repeatedly accidentally referred to as No More Heroes whenever I talked about it. Yeah, I'm a fucking dipshit. And as a lot of you may know, the amount of hype this game generated before its release was off the fucking charts. When it was announced that the game would have 18 quintillion explorable planets and the game's universe was so fucking massive that you would like never be able to run into other players, people were saying that this game would be like the next big improvement for video games. And coincidentally, I also remember people saying the exact same thing about Spore. Bother. So, now that it's out, has No Man's Sky lived up to everyone's impossible expectations? Well, obviously not, but let's talk about it anyway. Like I said before, No Man's Sky is a big old exploration game developed by Hello Games. Don't say more like goodbye games. Don't say more like goodbye games. Don't say more like goodbye games. Fuck you, idiot! At the beginning of the game, you start out on this random planet. Your ship is crashed and you gotta go find materials so you can repair it. And once you've found the materials and repaired your ship, the sky is the limit with what you can do. Well, actually, the sky isn't the limit. That's kind of the whole point. The game opens up to you and you can do whatever the hell you want. And I gotta say, those first 2 or 3 hours of exploration were really, really fun. The game starts out really strong. You get in your ship, go explore planets. I mean, when I started playing, I was talking to my friends who were also playing the game, and we had a great time talking to each other about the game, sharing the cool and weird things that we found. It was awesome. I'm not kidding. If you just played like the first 3 hours of No Man's Sky and then decided, well, I'm done with this, time to stop playing and never play this again, then you would be kind of weird. I mean, like, why would you ever do that? But if you did do that, you would think that No Man's Sky was absolutely incredible. However, if you ever came back to it and played more, you might just start to see some of the game's imperfections. You know, I think part of the reason some people are so mad at this game is because it starts out really strong, but soon the novelty of finding new planets and creatures fades away, and what you're left with is repetitive gameplay and an inventory that's always fucking full! Exploring planets is fun at first, but you soon realize that from a gameplay point of view, they all play the same. You collect materials until your inventory is full, which happens way too quickly, by the way. Go to a trading post, sell the shit you don't need, and then go to another planet and start the cycle all over again. It just kind of feels like there's no structure with this game. Whilst I was playing it, I was reminded of a quote from Yahtzee Croshaw, who does Zero Punctuation. He once said, "A game where the player can do anything is a game that focuses on nothing." And that kind of is No Man's Sky in a nutshell. There isn't really a story. I mean, there's kind of a thing where you gotta collect some Atlas stones, but fucked if I know why you're collecting them. Maybe because they look pretty. And the gameplay never moves past just collecting resources. Sure, there's other stuff you can do, like get a better ship or learn alien languages, but the game doesn't really give you a reason to do either of those things, other than, hey, we put it in the game, so you should do it. Idiot. You know, I really don't like ragging on this game because I was really looking forward to it, and as the game started to lose me, I could almost feel myself making excuses for it, like, oh, I'm sure it'll get better eventually. But it didn't. Which is a shame, because visually, this game is stunning. All the planets are colourful and pleasant to look at, and the amount of shit the game can render is pretty impressive. You know, I've never smoked weed myself, but I like to imagine that this would be the perfect game to get high to. And you know, even though I personally didn't like this game, I can definitely see the appeal. I'm not really a big fan of Minecraft either, but that's one of the best-selling games of all time. And No Man's Sky kinda feels like the developers just said, hey, you like Minecraft? Well, here's 18 quintillion Minecrafts. Go nuts. So on the whole, I'd say No Man's Sky is it's okay. First impressions were really good, and there definitely is a lot to explore, so if that's all you need to have a good time, then I'd say pick it up. But in my opinion, the gameplay can get repetitive quickly, and if you're looking for a story, look somewhere else. No Man's Sky is like a hollow diamond. It looks impressive at first glance, but once you open it up and take a look inside, you'll find that there's not a whole lot in there. Get it? Clever, right? No? Okay.